Okay, what is up, everyone? We continue Pluribus with Season 1, Episode 5. The last episode, we ended with, well, Zoja is not having the best of times. Let's just put it that way. Zoja is having like back-to-back endangerment by Carol, which, like it's not like I can fully blame Carol, but her actions are obviously kind of rash, nothing to hate about. It's just, she desperate times calls for just desperate measures. But her way and her means of getting answers may not be like the best idea ever. I'm surprised people are questioning if she's justified in what she's doing. Like no. She's endangering a person regardless if that person is part of the hive mind or not. Like, that person is still part of the hive mind, Like, if Carol's main goal was to inevitably reverse the effects of the hive mind and return everybody to normal, then endangering one of the individuals, not a good idea, especially if that individual is Zoja. Though, to be fair, I don't think Carol was, expecting Zoja to be getting a heart attack, but she was hospitalized after a grenade incident. So, yeah, Zoja is not having the best of times. But anyways, let us continue on with Pluribus, Season 1, Episode 5.
Hello?
How dare you make my son cry?
Lakshmi?
You made everyone cry. And
Hey.
you gave your chaperone a heart attack. What is wrong with you?
We haven't seen them in a
So she's
while.
gonna be
Are you mentally unsound?
third of all? I learned something important.
You do not ever make my son cry again.
Hey, if Miss Sunshine asks for my phone number again, you tell her to pound sand.
Kind of ignoring her.
She's gonna be alright, isn't she?
She's gonna be fine.
So much prominent use of yellow and blue. I mean, it's very prominent throughout, like, the show thus far, but in this opening segment, it's very prominent. Look at this, choosing to wait at the hospital instead of going back to her home. She wants to be close to Zoja. I keep thinking about like how fun and perhaps challenging it is to coordinate so much extras on set, Oh, they're giving Carol and Zoja privacy because everybody's leaving the hospital and they're taking away like all of the patients. Either that or they just moved Zoja as well. I feel like that's the case. Everybody's gone. Okay, they're not giving her privacy. They're leaving her. Carol, you are a danger to humanity, so we decided to leave you alone.
Anybody here?
Hello,
Hey,
Carol.
where did
This
everybody...
is a recording. At the tone, you can leave a message to request anything you might need. We'll do our best to provide it. Our feelings for you haven't changed, Carol. But after everything that's happened, we just need a little space.
Wow. Imagine that. The whole of humanity needed a little space from Carol. I wonder if they left the hospital or they just left Albuquerque in general. Like, the city is a ghost town except for her. Like, she's the only one here. Oh, they are leaving!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, what a shot.
Fuck you!
I hope this episode is just Carol and Carol alone. From this moment on. Oh, are we recording a video? We are. I like this detail though. Like Carol is very hyper focused on I guess the her physical look, the visual presentation of it all. Got rid of the alcohol and such.
To my 12 fellow survivors, greetings. I'm Carol Sturka.
There is a way to undo this situation, to turn the world back the way it's supposed to be.
It's Carol. I've made a video.
You're not gonna like it. However, I want you to make 12 copies and distribute them to all of the other people like me. So, I'm gonna leave it outside on the curb by a rock. And I'll stay far, far away, because God knows you need your space.
I love her. Her mannerisms, her personality, it's great. Rhea Seahorn's doing a fantastic job because there's this sense of arrogance, but there's also this sense of comedy to it at the same time. They're sending it via drone. That's hilarious. I love her mannerisms, the way she reacted to that when she was like, that was funny. Oh man. Oh, the way she turns back to Helen's presence is sorely missing. The fuck?
Nope.
I love this shot. Turning on the lights one by one. The framing.
I want the lights back on. All of them. Everywhere. Now.
It's a nice book to put there. I'm really loving this episode. Because in the beginning of the show, Carol has this, she... Oh. Gonna hold that thought.
We can pick up your trash as long as it's bagged, and each bag weighs 17 pounds or less.
Wait, is this...
Please remove all bags from the bin and place them on the curb a minimum of 2 feet apart.
Is this Hamlin? Is this Hamlin? I'm forgetting the actor's name. From Better Call Saul. Was that Hamlin talking? Sounded like him. If it is, that would be really cool. But yeah, as I was saying, like, in the beginning of the show, Carol wants to put distance between her and humanity. Like the constant, leave me alone, I don't want you here and whatever. Constantly pushing them, away. And now when they are away, she realizes that, oh shit, she needs them. She needs other people. You cannot live by yourself. Like, that's kind of like the point of the episode. Regardless of if it is a human collective or just another individual. Like, you cannot live by yourself. We are social creatures after all. Oh my god. Oh, look at this shot. Milk. The guy in the beginning of the episode was drinking milk. No. What's the significance of the milk? They purposefully showed it in the beginning of the episode. What's with all the milk?
You motherfuckers sure love your milk.
What's inside of the milk? What did they put in the milk? It's a good thing everybody's away so Carol can just go in here and investigate. Don't taste it.
Hello?
Is it the wolves?
Shoo! Hey! Shoo! Get out of there! Greetings,
All right.
fellow survivors. Carol Sturka here with an update. Here where I live, Albuquerque, New Mexico, they drink this like it's going out of style. And they make it in this local dairy facility in my town. Well, made, past tense. What does it do to them when they drink it? Could it be that this is how they're all staying connected?
Yeah, that was what I was trying to what I
Here's
was
what I
about
know
to
so far.
say.
It does not smell like anything.
Or maybe it's just a really well optimized drink that humanity has discovered. It's still there. I love that. It's going the other way now. I find a single cuff on her hand to symbolize that she is her own prisoner.
No.
No. Oh, that's bad.
Won't you fucking come loose?
Oh, she stayed there. She's also sleeping close to Helen in this instance. Ah.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, is she gonna try building like a proper grave now? I'm loving the vibe that's going on here. The very chill music. Carol just on her own. What a shot! Oh my god. Beautiful silhouette right there. Oh, incredible. Oh my god, that's incredible. I love this shot so much. It might be the thumbnail. Oh. Yeah, I really love this episode. Wow. Beautiful stuff, man. That was beautiful. Okay. I mean, is this gonna work? Is this how it works? Ah. Clever. Okay, Carol. Okay, okay. So they're using the same bag, they just didn't put the labels on. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. Hey, look at this. Carol on her mystery solving detective work. I don't really know how much this episode or her actions specifically. I don't know how it mirrors directly with the Agatha Christie book that we saw before, and then there were none. because they showed it for a reason, right? I don't like how she is reacting to this. What is it? Is it dead people? Is it... Are they storing dead people? Cold storage? Soylent Green? Alright, that was episode 5 of Pluribus. And what an episode. I really enjoyed that episode a lot. It's very... how do I describe it? I like it when episodes are centered around a single character. Like, that character is the main focus and it is only that character. And this episode is one of those examples. Like, they've done an incredible job where Carol is the only visible character on screen. Because everybody left the town, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. You know, like all of humanity, or at least like the entire population of Albuquerque just decided, nope, we need some space. And by space, I don't mean like a couple of meters away. I don't mean a couple of blocks away. No, I mean like we need to get away from this town. We're gonna let you have it. That's insane. Which I guess it also kind of again adds more to humanity as a character. You know, this adds personality. You know, like how the way Carol was talking to humanity at the start of the episode, and then they didn't really answer her questions or didn't really give any remarks whatsoever. Like when she had that phone call from Lakshmi, you know, and she was like, "Hey, when she calls me again, can you like tell her not to, you know, or whatever, you know?" And they did not answer her whatsoever. Like they did not give a response to her shock, right? And then after a while, everybody left, which I find again like funny, but also adds more character to you know, to humanity. I really enjoyed that, and I guess the rest of the episode as well. You know, like this. I, I don't know how to describe it. You know, the episode. You know what this kind of reminds me of, even though it's not really, but this reminds me of the Fly episode in Breaking Bad. But that episode, we were stuck in a single place, right? We were stuck in a single room for like the entire episode, and it's only Jesse and Walter, right? Uh, Here, obviously, we have like so much freedom where Carol can go anywhere. We are going to many different places, right? The production value is still, you know, very high in this episode, but it's a matter of like the atmosphere where it feels like we are the only ones here, right? In the Fly episode in Breaking Bad, it feels like Walter and Jesse are the only two characters in the world at that moment, right? And it makes for some really heart to heart, person to person interactions that I really enjoyed in that episode, because the characters are just being themselves by themselves without any outside interference except for like the Fly. Whereas in this episode, Carol is the only one here. Carol interacts with only, you know, with herself. She has some form of interaction with humanity, but that's like by proxy, right? Just by phone call that is not really direct because it is, you know, recorded voice messages. Um, Humanity themselves, they pick up like the trash bags and whatever, and her messages, her video recordings through drone and whatever. And it's really funny when one of the drones just got caught in the in like the lamp pole or whatever. Like that's really funny. But yeah, like it's almost meditative in some sense, right? You get this town all by yourself. You're all alone. and yet that loneliness that creeps on you, you know, you feel that loneliness at the end of the day, which is why I really enjoyed what this episode was trying to do, because as I mentioned during the reaction, you know, like a lot of the times when when this series began, Carol had this like stay away from me mentality, right? To push people away, to push humanity away, because they, I guess for lack of a better word, they freak her out, right? She does not want to, you know, to be with them, but humanity wants to be with Carol, right? It's this really fun dynamic where I don't want to be with you, but they want to be with me. And I'm also kind of sort of attracted to one of them because they're kind of hot. You know what I mean? It's a really fun dynamic. Um, and obviously it's like, you know, it's very human. Once again, you know, like humanity's a reaction where they just want to stay away from Carol for some time, whilst also, you know, to make sure that Zoja, you know, is actually out of harm's way. It's very human. It's a very human response, obviously, to an extreme, but a very human response nonetheless. And what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, I wanted to say this during the reaction, but you know, didn't have the time. But Carol's overall personality in this episode, or more specifically, the way she presents her anger and frustration, again, reminds me a lot of Walter in Breaking Bad. I might be Breaking Bad pilled. You know, I might have, you know, Breaking Bad tunnel vision right now, because it is the only Vince Gilligan show that I have finished properly. I'm still chugging along in, you know, with Better Call Saul, but the way Carol was feeling frustrated every now and again, her mannerisms, the way she was trying to take care of the trash, you know, and especially with the trash bag being stuck on like the pole and whatever. It reminds me a lot when Walter threw that pizza onto the roof out of sheer frustration, and then the pizza is just like there. You know, like he can't get it, you know, he can't get it. Like it's just stuck there for the remainder of the episode. It reminds me of that. It's this anger mix in some comedy that just really, again, like it just elevates a lot of the scenes, and it makes for some really fun heartfelt moments that are also really that are also really layered and complex if you think about it at the same time, you know, because it's all very funny on, you know, on first time viewing, but if you think about it, it's also really sad at the same time. Like Carol here is just on her own, there's nobody to help her, and you feel that dread when literal wolves come into her house, or her backyard, trying to, you know, dig up Helen's body, Helen's corpse, and she, you know, Carol's like all alone. Like there's nobody there to help her. Like she can't call 911, she can't call anybody. Like she is on her own. Like you cannot survive on your own. Even in this episode, she's not surviving on her own. She has help, right? She still calls for humanity to, hey, can you pick up the trash? Can you help me deliver these? You know, like these are things that she cannot do alone. She needs help. And I mean, she still got rid of the wolves eventually, you know, but you know, if there were other people, if there was help, she wouldn't need to, you know, break her you know, her fence, you know, like she wouldn't have to just, you know, to break her property. But hey, she did the best she could, right? And that's good enough. But let's talk about what we discovered at the end of the episode. because I feel like that's like the main big reveal, and that's like that's the thing that is slowly building up in this episode, because we saw it in the very beginning. The very beginning of the episode, we saw a person in the hospital drinking milk. Didn't think about it at all because it's just a person drinking milk, but the fact that they showed it lingers in the back of my mind. I really enjoyed that because it shows you how deliberate those shots are. It's very deliberate in its direction, just trying to give you guys like an example of like how to execute a great use of foreshadowing is what I'm trying to say. And also with like the Agatha Christie book. But as we go on to this mystery, and then we kind of see it well, we didn't see it, but we reached the place, the storage unit that Carol has been trying to find ever since she discovered like all of the clues leading up to it. It's cold storage. It's a place where you want to preserve things, especially organic things. She discovered something. We don't see it. Great use of the don't show, don't tell, I guess. But her reaction though, of that slow reaction where she's lifting it up, the slow processing of it, and then the backing up, and then the finally like the scream and whatever, makes me think of she discovered human remains. Soylent Green is people. The milk is people. What does that mean? It does beg the question, because technically we already killed like millions of people already. Billions died in like the first day, right? Like over 1 billion, if I remember correctly. And then add like the tens of millions that died because of Carol's like anger outburst. Where do we store all of these bodies? Do we just make a mass grave, a mass cemetery? Is that possible? I mean, they can, but is it efficient? Because obviously we're going to be using a lot of land. Or can humanity recycle itself? You know what I mean? Humanity this whole time has been all about efficiency, right? It's all about efficiency. It's all about making the best use of every possible natural resources to conserve and save, the planet at the same time, because that is just humanity. That is who humanity is in the show, right? So what if it is people? What if it is dead people? Because this episode, we focus on a dead person, right? We focus on Helen. So it would kind of make sense if we continue on that thematic element by the end of the episode. Big reveal. Maybe it is people. Maybe it's not. I don't know yet, right? But it's making me believe that it is probably human remains. And that's why she has that shocking reaction of it. But what does it do though, right? Because let's say if it is, that means that the human remains are then turned into dust. The powdery, material that Helen, not Helen, that Carol found. Mix it with water, and then they drink the water. What does it do? What are the properties of the human remains? Like, well, I mean, I guess at this point, I mean, we know that obviously it's going to contain some form of DNA and RNA. Is it a way, again, because Carol kind of brought it up in the episode, is it actually a way for humanity to keep up the connection? Like, is it something that they have to consume every now and again? Like, it is actually I guess, to simplify things, is it actually a drug, right? A substance to keep you connected with everybody else. I guess a better question would be, what happens if humanity stopped drinking that? Would they revert back to normal? Is that possible, or or would something else happen? Because I mean, the whole idea of like there is a way because humanity didn't tell Carol that like the answer, which means that there is a way to reverse it. Like, I don't know if that's actually the case. I actually don't know. It could just be that humanity actually don't have an answer to that, and they don't, and they cannot answer to Carol. Though I guess they do. I guess they do, because otherwise they wouldn't have keep it by themselves. I don't know. Like, that was like the whole point of like the last episode, is that humanity is not telling Carol like the truth, which is an answer to Carol. Definitely one of the best cliffhangers of the series thus far. Just, yeah, beautiful stuff. Speaking of beautiful stuff, my god, the cinematography, the shot compositions in this episode, the colors, they're beautiful. I've said this again and again and again in this series. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be an episode where I stop gushing about the cinematography, because it is not only beautiful, not only is it beautifully shot, but it is also beautiful to look at. It is so vibrant. It is so colorful, which I can't really, in this day and age where a lot of things are very muted, very desaturated to give that really dramatic look and whatever, which, I don't mind that look. Don't get me wrong. Like, when it works, it works. For specific shows, for specific genres, for specific movies and stories, a dark, gritty, desaturated, visual presentation works. It works to add the atmosphere, right? But sometimes, there are times where I feel like there should have been color and there isn't any color or lack thereof. And I'm like, well, what's going on here? And I love that Pluribus is one of those shows where we are going to give you color. And it's beautiful. The use of blue and yellow. Oh. And I guess red to an extent, like the primary colors, right? Beautiful stuff. Incredible. And that shot, oh my god. You know what shot I'm talking about. The shot of the sunset with Carol. Oh, that was genuinely one of the most beautiful shots that I've seen all year round, regardless of movies or TV shows or whatever. One of the best. It's one of the best. It's up there. I love that shot so much. It's so beautifully done. It's so simple, but it's so well done. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. When it comes to this episode review, not a long, extensive review, I would say. Because I would actually guess the next episode is going to be a lot more juicier, because we need to address what happened in the end of this episode, obviously, right? We're going to get that answer, probably. And when we do get that answer, then we can talk more, because there's going to be a lot to discuss. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy my reaction to Pluribus. See you all next time. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.